From being scavengers searching for food to farmers harvesting crops, food has changed a lot over time, and it's not stopping anytime soon. Let's talk about how food will be 1,000 years from now. Before we dig in, subscribe to our channel for more indulgences from the richest. Climate change. Despite your standing on climate change, the Earth is getting warmer in areas, and with the polar ice caps melting, the next 1,000 years will have a major impact on food production. The rising heat could damage crops to the extent that they will be destroyed, and food may have to be grown in indoor facilities or even different parts of the world. Fish farms. The fishing industry deals with variables that can make or break their business. Fishing could be productive with a huge catch or come up with nothing. By using large tanks, fish farming could become much easier for cultivating food as well as taking the pressure off wildlife. This would be also productive as water, nutrients, and waste are recycled and used to grow plants, meaning that not a drop of water or a single resource will be wasted. Packaging. Smart packaging is still a new idea, but the concept is being built upon to create some brilliant ways to keep food fresher longer, as well as give us the ability to predict when the food will spoil. The packaging department is still working on the patents, but scientists are hoping to come up with a method that will keep foods from spoiling altogether. In 1,000 years, there could even be little microchips and computers in the packaging for better monitoring and upkeep of the fresh food. Robot farmers. In the next 1,000 years, the demand in food will continue to rise, and as previously discussed, the environment going through changes, farmers must come up with a solution. Rumor has it that farmers and corporations are looking at vertical farms. This means moving farms inside skyscrapers and being overseen by artificial intelligence, otherwise known as AIs, or simply robots. This will prevent infiltration of bugs, thus reducing the need for pesticides and better care of the crops, since robots won't need to take a break. Seeds. Seeds are becoming such a high-demand subcategory of food that corporations like Monsanto are manufacturing and dispersing seeds to farmers and then not allowing them to keep the seeds from the new crops, and even going as far as to sue the farmers. This is ironic given that seeds sprout from vegetables anyway. As food becomes more about corporation than actual nutrition, it will be interesting to see how foods will change in the next 1,000 years. Other sources. While there are over 2,500 plant species that have been domesticated for us to eat, half of our diet comes from 3 grains: rice, maize, and wheat. But in the future, our selection will be expanded and include other things like seaweed and insects. This will help create more options of food for a rapidly growing population, but other countries already eat these things. In 1,000 years, it is expected that the things we consider to be gross will be added as a delicacy and produced worldwide. Two-class system. Between the rising cost of fresh food and the shrinking price of processed food, in the next 1,000 years, we may see 2 different classes of people. One class will eat the cheap, industrialized food, while the other class will enjoy gardens at home and locally produced food at a much higher cost. This will create a divide between the lower, middle, and upper classes, and it will also affect quality and demand for healthcare. More flavor. A chef's job is to make sure that a dish tastes good, and it will be something that the consumer will crave in the future. While today's restaurants and food suppliers are trying to steer away from adding addictive ingredients due to public outrage, the concept isn't dead. Chefs and scientists are working together to try to change the way we look at flavor and want to create flavors that will make humans more willing to eat healthier foods. A head chef named Corey Lee believes that in 1,000 years, the ingredients in our foods will be drastically different than today in favor of better flavor. 3D printing. Given that much of our favorite foods are highly processed and considered to be junk food, scientists are using the innovation of the 3D printer and coming up with ways people can print their own meals at home. If you want a cheeseburger, just punch it in the 3D printer and watch it go. This is only the beginning. It's quite possible that science will come up with ways to manifest food before your very eyes that won't require extensive time in the kitchen. Artificial meats. As society becomes more aware of the cruel conditions that animals must go through before they are sent to slaughter, it is moving towards a more plant-based diet as well as a diet of cruelty-free meats. Scientists are anticipating that the higher demand on food will have a negative impact on the environment in terms of land, meat, and water shortages. To combat this, there is currently research going on that will enable us to grow artificial meat out of vats so that farmers will be able to meet the growing demands of meat. Right now, it's being researched and tested, but in 1,000 years, it will likely be near perfection. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. Let us know what you thought in the comments, give us a like, and check out other videos on our awesome channel. Thanks for watching!